Turning on my fan to hopefully blow off some of the mosquitoes out here. Happy Saturday. Oh, lots of mosquitoes. We'll see if anybody comes on today. I'm all sweaty and gross. We've got Coach Dixie here. If you haven't met Coach Dixie, I'll see if I can show you. Hi, Tiffany. There she is. Dixie. She's totally deaf. But I still talk to her. Hello, look. Everybody's seeing you. Hello. Totally ignoring me. So funny. What's funny is like, the ticks are bad. That's terrible. I'm sorry to hear that. I talk to Dixie even though I know she's deaf. It's like when your power goes out in your house, you know, and you still go in the bathroom and you like flick the light on thinking it's going to go on. It's like automatic, right? And you know what's so funny is I was doing a workout video out here in the Tiki Hut, and she rarely ever barks, but she started barking like over there on the side of the house. And I'm here doing push-ups. I'm like, Dixie, stop barking. Like, what am I doing? There's a mosquito on the screen of my phone. Unbelievable. Protein espresso today, salted caramel. Yum. All right, so I have 0 notes today. 0 notes, which is scary for me. I'm flying by the seat of my pants. Hi, Tiffany. Hi, Joe. Good morning. My girls are here. Hi, Julie. Good morning. This is great. We got some people on here. Dixie, you want to come on camera? Teach them how you get your sexy legs. See, now I'm just goofing. Teach them how you get your sexy legs. Who's here? Who's here? See? Now you just got dog kisses. So you're welcome. All right. I'm just goofing off. This is terrible. Everybody's going to stop watching because they're like, this girl's just stupid and has nothing to say. All right, stubborn fat loss. Hopefully you're... Oh, see? I lost somebody. The numbers went down. Somebody's like, whatever. I have better things to do on Saturday than listen to this idiot petting her dog and poking the nose in the... Oh, they came back. We got more people. All right. I have no notes today because in my narcissistic mind, I think I know so much about this subject that I can fly by the seat of my pants and give you a good teaching. So I guess time will tell whether that's true or not. But I told you in the beginning of these videos is I told you that I want to run this group with abandon, right? Hi, Mary. And I'm practicing doing that by doing a lot of free stuff. And this has been really fun for me. So I would like to keep this going. What I'm thinking about doing is getting like one of those phone holders in your truck or car so that when I drop my daughter off at 8 o'clock every morning, I can just pop on live. Thanks. That was nice, Stacy. I love you. Stacy and I have known each other for a long time. We go way back. So I want to do that and get regular on this. I know that people are asking me like, when are these lives going to be happening and what time per day? And I said yesterday that I'm doing the best I can with this, but I'm juggling a lot during the week. My daughter just started a program. We just started summer. Hi, Adam. Oh my gosh. How are you? Yes. So happy to see you. You know that. Wonderful. Good morning, my friend. So I'm going to continue being present in this group in this way and sharing to the best of my ability to help you all to succeed and to get your questions answered and get you the information that is important to you to succeed on your journey. Okay, so I'm looking into that today. I'm looking into getting like a little phone holder so I can hopefully go live at the same time every day so that it's not you looking for me. I'm glad you're doing well, Adam. So you're not searching for me and wondering when I'm going to come on. Okay, these are all things that are on my to-do list, which is quite long, actually. Another thing is I'm not going to run any challenges this summer. Okay, I'm not going to run any challenges this summer. Number one, because I don't want to. Another reason is because I want to focus on my coaching group, and I'm also writing some programs and kind of wrestling with some ideas for my next 30-day challenge that I'm going to do. I'm going to do it when school starts. I'm going to wait until school starts. I'm doing a lot of traveling this summer. And, my daughter's starting at this new school, and we've got a lot of moving parts this summer. So since I can't really do it well, I'm not going to do it yet. And summer is a time for us to, be with our kids. And, it's a lot of regrouping time for people, and people take vacations and stuff. So go enjoy yourselves. We'll do a bunch of free stuff this summer. And once school starts, then we'll get back at it, okay? And we'll run some challenge then. And then I'll have a good feel as to who's in here. All these new people have come in, and see what is best for all of us, all right? So that's enough housekeeping. Let's get right into this. Let me take a sip first. Gotta make sure I'm caffeinated. Right, Dixie? She's like, who the hell are you talking to? Your mouth is moving. She's sick of me. She wants to go in. Bear with me, guys. All right. Sorry. Absolutely nothing valuable so far in this. Let me see. I can tell people skip to, I don't know. Skip to wherever this is in the video, and the content starts becoming valuable. All right. Stubborn fat loss. Listen, I've studied a lot about this for years. And good, we have the most amount of people listening right now, so it's a good time to get into it. I have studied this for years because I have this obsession with understanding the human body and how all these processes work. What works, what doesn't work, what in the beginning works and then stops working. Because remember, I've been at this for now, I think, 22 years. Okay? So let me explain to you, more and more people coming on. This is exciting. So let me explain to you how we gain fat, why that's a problem, and let's get this going. So when you are born, right, we all pretty much look the same when we are born. We're born with a certain amount of fat cells, a little bit of muscle. We're this, flopping little human. And we've always got like some UFO that comes overhead, or a helicopter. It's like the paparazzi. Know that Ivy League Fitness is live, and they want to film me. Hello, my subjects. All right. So, what you do is when you are growing up in your family, you are taught nutrition. This becomes your plumb line. Your experience in your family growing up becomes your plumb line for your basal metabolic rate and your basal fat mass. Okay, you look around, and you'll see like there's a whole family of people over here. They're all kind of the same size typically if the children are rather young. I'm talking elementary school. You may see a group over here, and they're more athletic or whatever, and this becomes your plumb line. What you grow up with becomes your normal, and this is true for nutrition, for fitness, for morality, for your view on family, for what is normal or not. In my family, there was some mental illness and alcoholism, so that became normal to me. And so when I drank a lot, I was like, well, I'm not an alcoholic because, I don't fall down at parties. I'm not threatening to shoot people. So I must be okay, because that was something that I was exposed to, right, Stacy? We saw some crazy shit growing up. All right, so this becomes your normal. And so, we are not very well taught in school about nutrition. My daughter's taking a physical fitness and nutrition class, and the guy in there said, so if I eat a whole bowl of pasta, is that good for me or bad for me? And I'm thinking, well, the answer is it depends. And he goes, it's bad for you, And Katie gets in the car and she goes, how come he's telling me that this is bad for me? And I said, our plumb lines are both screwed, girl. And for real, like, thank God we went out on our own and sought out good therapists and straightened all that shit out, right? And figured out what was really normal so we could raise our children differently. Praise Jesus for that. But what becomes normal to you, okay? If you grow up in an Italian family and you have these big dinners on Sundays, that becomes normal to you. And unless you, study nutrition and figure out that maybe eating a ton of food on the weekend may not be a good protocol, it becomes normal for you, which is okay. If you are raised on fast food all the time and lots of sugary stuff, that becomes normal for you. And then what happens to you by the time you're in high school is you have kind of this basic set point of where your body is beginning. Now, when I was in high school, I weighed 138 pounds, like 135 to 140. That's what I weighed from about when I was in 10th grade, right? Stacy can agree with me. She knew me well back then, right? I weighed 130 to 140 pounds. I pretty much looked a lot like I do now. I had skinnier arms because I didn't weight train as much, but that was basically my starting point, okay? So think about yourself. You know, how did you grow up? Did you grow up in a family that had TV dinners? Did you grow up with a mom who was a good cook? Did you grow up with a family who put some green vegetable on your plate and said, please try this? How did you grow up and what was normal to you? And also, how did you look when you were in high school? Were you an overweight kid when you were in high school? Then you're going to have a tougher go at weight loss. If you had, a family that was eating a lot of fast food. Hi, Michelle. I'm going to see you in June, I think. Or no, July 7th. I'm going to see you on July 7th, I think, if you're in that group. And I can't say the name here, but if you're in that group, I'm going to see you because I'm going to be back in that group that I met you in. And I'm excited for that. So however you grew up eating, that becomes kind of normal for you. And however you looked around the end of high school, that's kind of your starting point, okay, for how much fat you have on you. And so keep that in your mind as I go through. Yeah, 98 pounds. That's true. That's true. And so, yeah, that changes when you get older, right? That changes when you get older, for sure. So then you start to come into your freedom. Like, oh my gosh, my family ate like shit. I'm going to eat better and I'm going to do better and I'm going to change my paradigm. And then you have an opportunity to change that. Or, your family ate like military and you're like me, like my family didn't have the Entenmann's and stuff. And you're like, I'm going to eat and drink whatever the hell I want because I didn't have that opportunity. Whatever your experience was, it looks like I glitched out there for a second. Okay, so think about that because it matters. If you start out lean at that age, 18-ish, or if you start out, yeah, I know you have big time hormone stuff, Stacy, and you've dealt with that for a long time, but battled it quite well. If you have excess fat when you're younger, you have a tougher go at this. If you're like me and your family forced you to just eat your vegetables, your proteins, and your whatever, and they didn't give you a lot of food to eat, and there wasn't a bunch of crap in the house, you have an advantage because you're starting out lean. Make sense? Okay. So this is what happens when you gain fat, okay? So I'm going to use myself as an example. This is going to be an incorrect presentation of my evolution because I've been lean pretty much my whole life. Okay, but I'm going to use myself as an example because I'm going to talk about someone who gets fat, and I'm not going to shame anybody in this group who has been through this. So listen, so I started at 138 pounds, okay? My family had me eat very healthy. So here I go and into my 20s, and I've decided since I'm a farmer and I worked on a farm, I'm going to eat what I want, and I did. I ate a lot of ice cream. I ate whatever I wanted. I cooked the foods that I remembered my mom making that were my favorites, like chili and big portions because I could eat whatever I wanted because screw you, Mom, you don't live with me anymore. I put sugar in my coffee. Hi, Lucy. Good morning. I drank soda. I ate Twinkies. Oh my God. And I learned to, holy shit, this food is so good. Like, I've been missing out on so much good stuff. I started drinking. Drinking was so much fun, and it got me all wasted, and then we started making bad decisions, and my God, life was so much fun. Everything got better when I became a mess, right? And ate like shit. And so, of course, not thinking there was some sort of consequence for that because at the time I was training horses and I was working a lot. I was on my feet all the time, so there wasn't too much of a negative consequence. Until about 7 years later, when I started working in an inside job, more sedentary. Hey, girl! Laura. Did you like my little hamster thing? That was funny, right? So this is so fun to see my coaching girls in here, too. I love these ladies. They are like my sisters. So, hi, Nancy. Oh, my gosh, this is great. Got all my girls here. So, I started eating really unhealthfully because I was like, damn it, I'm going to do what I want. I'm an adult now and everybody can kiss my ass. you know? And so once I started working indoors and sitting more on my ass, I started putting on weight. But I was like, whatever, I'm good looking, you know? I'll still get boyfriends and stuff. So this is really what I thought. I was like, no attending delivery in person. Yeah, right? That was a surprise. Wouldn't that be nice if everybody, oh my God, I got Sammy on here. I'm going to go live every Saturday. This is awesome. This is so awesome. I'm going to be so distracted when I see my girls on here. So I started putting on weight, you know, and for me, I had no boobies. See, now I have boobies because I made a couple bucks and I bought myself some boobies. But I had this figure where I had skinny arms, no chest whatsoever, and I started getting hips and a butt. And if you look at me now, I have like really like no hips and a little bit of a butt. But I don't have a feminine hourglass figure like Nancy does, who has a gorgeous body. Oh, she's so beautiful. Nancy Hansen. Beautiful lady. Anyway, so I didn't have that, but I started getting that because I started putting on fat, okay? So flat-chested, stick arms, started to get a butt. I was like, you know what? I may not get too many dates looking like this. I better do something. So started looking into how to lose fat, and this is when the whole process began. So let me tell you what happens when you gain fat, okay? What happens is you have a bunch of fat cells. Now let me take a few of these rocks here, okay? I'm going to use these little rocks. Do you see these rocks here? These are like your fat cells, okay? That's right. Oh, getting the boobies in 2 weeks, girl. Good for you. I have had these same implants for over 20 years. Not a single problem with them. Fantastic. So, good for you. Get them. Best thing I ever did. So, see these? Say these are your fat cells. They're nice and small, and you're lean, and you're happy. And what happens when you eat is you're putting fat into these fat cells, and if you don't overeat, you then take the fat out of these fat cells and you burn it. Do you see? Now listen to me. People are like, oh, should I do cardio fasted, this and that? If you have an efficient system, it works like a car, okay? And the fat is like the gasoline. You go to, I've had mine 15 years. Yeah, no issues in mine. I was very lucky. But I took good care of them. That was very important. And so, you know, you fill your car with gas, so you eat your fat, and then you go burn it off, and then the fat goes out. So healthy fat cells take the fat in and then release it. And if you don't gain fat, it is a continuous process of putting it in. Yours are natural, Adam. I love you. I always love seeing you. I'm going to say that every time I see you on a live. Wonderful to see you, and I'm so glad you're here. Adam gave me one of the best compliments that I've received in this business. This is better than getting paid. When someone messages me and they say that I've helped them and made a difference, that is always better than that's like me getting $100,000 given to me. That's what it makes me feel like. And it's always been more rewarding for me to read things that I've made a difference in someone's life than a big launch or a big challenge where I've made thousands of dollars. It's always been more rewarding for me. That's why I'm doing more free stuff, because I'm making more of an impact, and that feels good. Wow, we got all these people on live. This is great. So this is a healthy fat in and out system. Like a car, you put the gas in, the fat comes in, the calories come in, and you burn it off. I said earlier in the week, the logs on a fire, right? If I burn 11 logs per day and I put 13 logs on my fire, what's going to happen? I'm going to have 2 left, so I'm going to put a couple of pounds on, okay? So these are your healthy fat cells. Do you see? For those of you just tuning in, lovely little cute little things. They get fat put in them, they let the fat out, and the process is fabulous. And you eat and burn and eat and burn and eat and burn, and everything is fabulous. And every day you step on the scale and it says the same number. Woohoo! So then what happens? You're like, maybe I'm not tracking my food anymore. Maybe I fall in love with pizza. Maybe you're like me and you decide alcohol is the best thing ever invented. And you decide that every day you're going to drink yourself into a semi-unconscious state so that you can deal with your life because you've got issues. Hopefully that's not going on with any of y'all. Okay, and what happens? I'm going to show you. Be right back. I realized when I came out here that I have these here, and this would be a great way to illustrate it. Listen. So what happens with your fat cells? Look. Oh, they get bigger and they stay bigger, right? That's when you gain weight, obviously. This is a great illustration, so stay with me here. Okay, so first we have these little baby, cute little fat cells. Can you see these on the camera? Okay, I'll put them here so you can see them. Hopefully they won't fall through the table. We got our cute little fat cells here, and then we have the, oh shit, I ate too much fat cells here. Okay, so this was me with my flat chest, stick arms, and big ass. Not so sexy. Okay, so I looked at myself and I was like, something's not so sexy here. I'm going to have to do something about this. So this is when I started learning about nutrition. So what do we do when we have this problem and we are fat? Well, we hopefully eat less, move more, right? Everybody knows this. I eat less, I move more, I burn the fat. These get smaller again, right? And then I'm back to feeling good. That doesn't happen. That doesn't happen, okay? Can you see this? Tell me if you can't see this, because I'm going to illustrate this for you. Somebody type in and say, yes, I can see this. No, I can't see this. Does that have to be back a little bit more? Maybe? Okay. Can you see it now? Okay, tell me if you can see this. Okay, so what happens? I think you can. You can't see it? Okay. Hopefully you can see it now. Unfortunately, what I see is all the people watching and commenting. I think that you can see it because I'm looking through the comments. Okay, good. Okay, so we were lean and fabulous. Now we're not lean and less fabulous. Okay, so we want to go on a diet and we want to make these beautiful things look back like this again. Unfortunately, okay, stay with me. What happens is, if you are fat for too long, you start to have a problem. Okay? These guys start emailing their friends and they start gathering some more and more. Give me a second so I can properly illustrate this. Okay? Give me 1 second. Find some more of these guys here. Okay? Okay. So, what happens is, give me 1 second because this is going to be really good. I'm looking out here and I'm like, okay, this is going to be a great illustration. So this is what happens, okay? We have these guys and they start talking to each other and they start saying, hey, how's it going? Hey, you know, this is kind of fun living here. We want to hang out. Actually, let's invite our friends. So let's invite Bob over here and let's invite Jane over here and let's invite this person over here. And you know what? Let's start collaborating together and let's start running a class on how Shannon can stay fat forever. And let's get smarter. And let's get bigger. Okay? And let's start living like an organ. Do you see? Okay? So listen. What happens is your fat starts to behave like an organ. So instead of these cute little guys here that are like the train station, okay, fat comes in, choo-choo, fat goes out. Fat goes in, choo-choo. We start to have this, okay? And this is so funny. I didn't even plan on doing it this way, but this is going really well because this is taking the teaching in my head and making it something visual for you. Can you tell I'm a visual person? Because this just makes it easier to understand. This is what happens. And these guys start collaborating and getting really smart. And they start screwing with your hormones. They start deregulating your leptin, and they're saying, we're hungry, send out more. They start fighting to grow. They're like a cult. A sick, shitty thing that we don't like, that's unhealthy, but becomes very strong and recruits things and starts messing with a very nice system here, okay? And then you start having a problem. So if you don't, okay, so listen, in my case, okay, I got stick arms, flat chest, big butt. I was about 28. And I don't remember what I weighed at the time, but I had gained about 10 pounds, maybe 15 pounds, and I was like, oh shit. It's not a good look. I either have to buy boobs, I had no money at the time, or get a smaller ass. So for me, it was smaller ass because that was free. And I started exercising because I knew I could figure out how to lose weight much easier than figuring out how to come up with $7,000 for boobs. So it's just the truth. Okay. So started exercising, and I was able to go back to this because just glitched out. Sorry. I was able to go back to this because it wasn't fat for very long. You understand? So I don't know. I was just thinking what a great question is. How long do you have to have this situation for you to be really in trouble? That's a great question. I'm going to look that up and I'll post it in the group if anybody cares. Okay. So once you have this situation, you have to undo it as soon as you can. You have to break up the cult. Okay. You got to get these guys who just came out of there. Okay, you have to break up these friendships here. You gotta, end some marriages in here, and you gotta get these guys, moving, so that this whole thing disassembles, and you have a chance of getting back to here. Okay. So if you see, that's why I'm always saying to my girls, don't circle the drain, okay? You can go off the rails a bit. You can have a few months, a few years even, maybe, depending on how much weight you gain. You can have that and still get back, okay? But if you're here for a long time, there's people listening right now who know what I'm talking about. It's hard as hell to get back to this. And in many people, it's impossible. And nobody wants to tell you that because they want to sell you shit and lie to you and tell you that if you just buy my dumb thing, if you buy my program, if you do this or do that, do this, you can get here in 8 weeks. No, you can't. No, you can't. No, you can't. Okay? And so let's talk about how we undo this. Okay? So you have to understand the whole process long term. Okay? So we have this situation. All right? We have the cult. And the cult is in full swing. And they are smart. And they are regulating your hormones. And they're in control now. And you're kind of screwed. Right? So we're like, it's been like this for years. I'm feeling like shit about myself. What am I going to do? I am going to hit it. I'm going to join Shannon's group. I'm going to join the coaching group, and I'm going to undo this process with help. However you do it, I'm going to dedicate my life to getting back as best I can, which should be the key words in that sense, as best as I can to this. Okay? Let me tell you what happens. Okay? First, these suckers start to get smaller. So let's take the big guys out. Okay? So they become smaller. Be right back. I need more equipment. Okay? They become a little smaller. But also, guess what happens? There's just more. When you're fat and you are staying fat for more than a few years, you start to just make more fat cells. Okay? And stay with me because you can undo this process. So don't leave me feeling discouraged, okay? You have more fat cells here. So I don't know how many I have here. Let's say there's 12. Now I've got 22 over here. And some of them are big, some of them are small. But now I have a real problem. You see people who are obese and they lose weight, right? They look different than when they started, okay? If someone gains weight and they're 20 years old and they've gained it for 6 months to a year, then you can go back and hopefully your skin does okay and you don't have too many fat cells that you've multiplied, and you can get back to looking. But duration is your enemy. And so you have now more fat cells. This is a problem. And so you start to diet more, right? And you're getting leaner and you're doing better. And the big guys are going down and you're getting leaner and you're getting more fit and more healthy, which is wonderful. It's all great. It's all great. You may still have a few that are a little bigger than these babies over here, right? But damn, you look better. Look at you over here. You look better. Like this is the guy who didn't take action, or gal. Here she is over here, right? And she's still on the couch like, oh shit, what do I do now? Okay? So you still have more fat cells than when you started. And what happens is, this is how your hormones change. Because these fat cells, there's, okay, I'm going to just say, let's just say 10 for math's sake, right? These fat cells send out 10 signals of leptin per day to your brain, your hypothalamus. It says, I'm hungry. Okay? And then you have the train station. The fat goes in, the fat gets burned and released. The fat goes in, the fat gets burned and released, right? 10 signals of leptin saying, hey, 10 fat cells down here. Send down some stuff so we can do the train station thing. And your brain's like, oh, okay, here's some fat. You feel satiated because once those 10 boxes are checked, leptin, 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 10 times, your body's like, we're good now. We're good. We're going to go burn these now, and we'll let you know when we need more. Okay? What happens over here? You've got, say, 25 fat cells now over here. And you get 25 signals to your brain. Leptin, 25. And you're like, wait, I thought it was 10. No. You have 25 now. So, well, I'm only sending you 10 because I want you to go back to 10. It's 25 now. And those 25 fat cells are going to hammer at you. Feed me, feed me, feed me, feed me, feed me, feed me. If you check 10 boxes, you send 10 checked boxes of leptin to them. How many are left? 15, right? And those 15 will be like, yo, send it down, send it down, send it down. What are you doing? Right? They are going to fight to stay alive. Okay? Is making sense? Am I confusing anybody? Let me know. Because some people are messaging me and they're like, I'm trying to follow you and I have no idea what you're saying. And I'm like, I'm trying to make this as easy to understand as possible. So tell me if this is confusing or not. Be honest. Okay? So, we have more fat cells now. What are we going to do? Okay? This is how you change it over time. Okay? And this is where the rubber meets the road. So for me, I was lucky. That's just the truth, okay? So you meet your friend, and if you're overweight, right, and you have, like, say, more than 50 pounds to lose, and you've had that weight on for, like, 5 years, 8 years, whatever, you have a harder go than someone like me, right? So I can put up my picture, and I can say, hey, man, I lost 22 pounds in 2.5 months. Everyone's like, oh, what did you do? That's awesome. I'm like, well, I was lucky. That's the truth. I was lucky. I didn't have a big weight gain, and I didn't have that weight gain for more than about a year. So taking it off was easier for me, okay? If you have this situation, this is what you need to do, okay? We figure out how much you now burn in a day. We give you a slight calorie deficit, because what people want to do here is they're like, I'm gonna screw these fat cells over. I'm gonna starve those mofos until they just are like, it sucks so bad to live here and we're gonna leave. Like a horrible partner in life, they just don't fucking leave. They don't. And they fight to survive. This is survival. This is how biology works, okay? Once you have these guys, okay, you have to be strategic in how you change your body composition. And so what you need to do is you run at a slight deficit. Why? So you don't lose your damn mind. If you go to a 500 calorie a day deficit, 600, 700, 800 calorie a day deficit, you're gonna hate your life. And these guys are going to scream at you so badly that you're going to be like, there's no way I can lose it. And this is what I see. This is what I see. There was a post in this group, the reason I did this video. And I'll do an awesome teaching like this every Saturday because this is fun for me, if you want. Give me some material. You know, there was a great post in here about, this is what I'm going through. This is my problem. Give me an answer. I'll give you an answer. Give me some material. Otherwise I'm flying by the seat of my pants here, and I don't know what you want. Tell me what you want. Tell me what you want to learn, and we will keep learning here. Okay, so you go at a slight deficit, like 100, 150, 200 calories a day. Why? So that you're eating enough where it doesn't suck. Okay, so you might in the beginning feel a little hungry, but that is a sustainable meal plan for you. Excuse me. Goodness gracious. I am so sorry about that. That was a big burp. I tried to not like burp like a man. Hopefully it wasn't so offensive. So, total ADD, right? Gosh. So many problems here. Herniated discs, fibromyalgia, ADD, anxiety, depression, psychosis, overtraining, obsessive compulsive, right? You got a problem? Yo, I'll solve it. All right. So this is so clear. I'm a visual person. This makes so much sense. Good. I'm glad. I love training like this. I love teaching like this. So if you have questions, post them in the group and we'll keep this going because this is fun for me. This is fun for me. Okay, so you run at a slight calorie deficit because this has to be your new life. Okay? If you think you're going to buck the system and you're going to crash diet and feed yourself 1,400, 1,300, 1,200 calories and hamster wheel yourself out of this, you will fail and you will create more problems and yo-yo dieting and a metabolic nightmare, and you'll be fucking miserable and your hormones will be all over the place, and you're not going to get back to this by doing it like this. You're not, okay? And I don't know anyone who went from being overweight to crash dieting and keeping it off. It doesn't work. It doesn't work long term. Doesn't work, okay? Don't do that. Stay the same until you have a real plan and a solid map out of the woods, okay? So, slight calorie deficit. Start to figure out what you eat. This is what I'm teaching you this week, okay? TDEE. How much do you burn in a day? Guess what? If you're fat, you burn more calories because your fat becomes this organ, this living, breathing organism, a demon in you that's burning calories at least, right? So you actually will burn more calories than I do if you're heavier than me. So that's to your advantage, okay? Interestingly enough, if you have PCOS, that's to your advantage too because you have higher testosterone and you can put on muscle better than me. That'll be a fun training for another day. So slight calorie deficit. Start to learn your habits. I talked to Adam about this. Learn your habits. I'm sorry, Adam. I hope you're okay with me sharing that. We talked about that. Get to know your habits. What do you do on a daily basis? I talked the other day about I went and washed my car, and then I picked up a candy bar, and I knew I had to write that down, and I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna put that back, right? Imagine if I was writing down the ice cream and the sugary drinks. Imagine that, Practically work hard in construction. Yeah, I eat 3 meals a day, cut out most of the refined sugars, and I cannot lose weight. Okay. I'll get to that. I will answer that question. Great question. I'll get to that. Okay, so slight calorie deficit, okay? And learn what you eat. That's a great place to answer this question. Adam, you got to learn what you eat, man. You got to write down what you eat. Do you write down what you eat every day? Do you know what you eat? Do you know? Because you have to start getting really crafty with this. Calories in and calories out. Is that true? Yes. However, you have maybe now a metabolic problem here, okay? And fat cells are going to fight to stay alive. So what we need to do is we need to slowly incorporate habits where it's not so fucking painful for you to go through the process, a long process that needs to be sustainable and not so damn painful where you just want to be like, screw it, I'm just going to be fat, I don't even give a shit. I don't even care. Okay, so we're going to create a process And Adam, I will help you. I will tell you your macros, what you should be eating. I will give you a protein goal because that's what you need to do at this point. You have identified your activity level. You know now how much you eat or whatever. Write it down. And we need to know the amounts. And I will help you if you want me to help you. I will message you. I'll ask you the questions that you need to answer, and we will set you up with the next part of your journey. I've helped Adam for free. He's my friend from high school. It's great. It's great. So I know why you can't lose weight. We just need to troubleshoot it. Okay? Don't give up, or I'm going to kick your ass. I'm vaccinated now. I'm going to be in New York soon. So if you live in New York, you're going to be screwed because I'm going to come and get you. So slight calorie deficit, okay? And then we start running that. We get to know our habits. We hit our protein goals. These are all things I talked about in my other videos. I'm not going to review all this. It's going to be too long, okay? Calorie deficit, slight. Get to know yourself. Get to know your habits. Do you like to eat late at night? Do you get hungry in the middle of the night? Are you a crabby bitch during your period when you have this 150 calorie deficit going? How do you feel? Write stuff down. You got to get to know how you feel. You got to get to know what you're eating, what you're doing, okay? If you don't know, remember, I was like, you're just shooting arrows. Like, God damn it, why can't I get a bullseye? Well, take the fucking blinders off. Figure out what you're doing. Figure out where you're facing. It looks like the bullseye's over there. Whoops. Well, don't be stupid, okay? I'm telling you what you need to do, okay? So, calorie budget, get to know what you're doing, okay? And then we shrink these guys down to as small as we can over an extended period of time. Okay? That's what we do. We don't need these guys anymore. We're going to throw them back. Yay! We're not fat anymore. Yay! Let's put the big rocks over there. Celebration! But we still have this issue. Actually, I can put these back too because these aren't pertinent to the discussion anymore either. Now we just have this. Now we just have this, right? Now we have too many fat cells. They're nice and skinny, though, because we dieted down. Now what? Okay. For some people, you can get back lean and fabulous if you continue troubleshooting your program and you go for the long-ass haul. I'm talking a year, 2 years, sometimes 3 years. Sometimes 5 years, depending on your personality, your dedication, your metabolism, the bumps in your life, okay? And the best point is at the end here. It's coming right up. I'm almost done. So some people get lucky and they go back to the beginning. Some people. Other people don't. And that's why cool sculpting was invented. That's why liposuction was invented. Because some people don't go back to how they were. This is why I say you want to be the best version of you. Okay? Hang on. Putting the rocks back. You want to be the best version of you. Okay? I have a friend, I'm not going to say her name. She does not look like me. She has a different body type than me. She is fitter than I am. She is stronger than I am. She's gorgeous, but she looks different than I do. It's genetics. It's previous history. It's diet history. It's metabolism and hormones. Okay, so she is extremely fit. If I trained like her, I'd probably be shredded. She is not shredded, but she looks amazing. So, you know, one of the things that I want to do in this group is I want to empower you to love the body you have. You know, like that hashtag wear the shorts. I was saying to my friend Tiffany, I'm like, I want to do something like that. Like, wear the fucking shorts, guys. Like, look, come on. Like, I don't have perfect legs. I have, like, bumpy legs. I'm up, like, 6 pounds right now. I wear my damn shorts because guess what? Nobody's looking at my legs. Nobody cares. They're thinking about their kids or their, you know, or their problems or that, you know, they need milk at the grocery store or that their laundry's almost done. They're not looking at your legs, man. Come on. Put the bikini on. Show your daughters that you're proud of how you look, okay? So, in response to that post, this is the bottom line. If you have been overweight for a very long time and you've lost like 100 pounds or whatever and you look good, celebrate it. Celebrate it. I see these women with these great bodies. Oh my gosh, I wish I could say her name. I had a client, she was with me a few months, graduated out. She had like this J-Lo body, like the body of my dreams. These beautiful natural breasts and the symmetry. She didn't have the stick arms and the big ass. She had like these curves. And I was like, oh my God. I mean, if she hears this, she's going to know that I was talking about her. Because I'm like, holy smokes, girl, you got a banging body. And she's like, you're just saying that. I'm like, no, actually, really, like, I'm jealous. Because she looks gorgeous. And her husband said to her, please don't lose a lot of weight because that's what he wants. He's like me. Like, he's like, oh, that is some juicy body right there. Gorgeous. So, you know, we want to keep looking at ourselves and be like, oh, I got some bumpy legs, and oh, I got some hairy legs, and oh, I got a crooked toe that I talked about in one of my challenges, or oh, my hair is gray and ugly. Come on, guys. Can we look at the stuff that we've done that's successful? Take your body and make it the best that you can and make peace with it. Make peace with it. This is the last thing I'm going to tell you because let me share something with you. One day, you're going to be dead and it ain't going to fucking matter. My mom died at 64. She ate organic. She watched her fat intake. She didn't drink a lot. She grew organic vegetables in her garden. She was super active. She gave back. She fed her spirituality. She did cardiovascular exercise. She was a great mother. She was a great wife. She did everything right. And she died. And when she died, I said to myself, you know, what the fuck is the point? You know? Here I am thinking if I don't smoke, if I'm, you know, making a difference in the world, I get better with God, which is also bullshit. You know, that's not how religion works. You know, if I exercise, we have this illusion of control over everything and that we will do these things and we will get old and we'll be hot when we're old and our skin's not going to sag if we put the cream on it and drink the collagen and stuff. Come on, listen to me. At the end of the day, we all have a day where we're going to kick it. And so make peace with your body. Wear the shorts and show people that they can too. That, you know, there was a woman who was so wrinkly. She had red hair, like very sensitive, beautiful white skin with covered in freckles and sunspots. And her skin was all saggy. And she would wear these tank tops and shorts. I remember back when I started personal training, I was like, I'm going to be like her. I'm going to be like her. I'm going to wear the fucking shorts. It is hot out here. It's going to be 100 degrees. And nobody gives a shit what I'm wearing. Nobody cares. Well, except maybe my teenage daughter who's like, Mom, no. You know, but that's not my plumb line, okay? That's not who's going to be choosing my outfits. Make peace with yourselves. Because a lot of this stuff doesn't fucking matter. It doesn't matter, okay? Do your best. Learn your habits. See what you're doing. Analyze what your goals are, what you want, what you're working with, okay? I'm like MacGyver in fitness. I got a lot of answers for you. But if you have one leg, okay, we're going to make the most of your program for someone with one leg. If you have been overweight and obese for 10 years, we can do so much with that, but it's going to take time and dedication, lots of bumps in the road, right? But you got to be looking long haul. So our focus is on the daily habits, but we know it's going to be long haul. We're not just looking out there, stumbling along and running. No, we're looking one foot in front of the other, knowing this is sustainable. Oh, look, there's a nice thing right there. Oh, let me smell the flowers while I'm on my journey. Okay, and oh shit, look at that. I've just gone 30 miles in the last year. Okay, so that's what we do. Okay, sustainable, long-term progress that is doable on the daily. And then you just keep reevaluating. How am I doing this year? How am I doing this month? How am I doing? This is what we do in my coaching program. This is what we teach. I teach people how to live the rest of their lives for continuous success forever. That's permanent. Oh, I just spit. Did you see the spit coming out of my mouth? That's right. Okay, that's what I teach. And do I want to take a bunch more coaching clients? Yes. Am I ready for that? No. Okay, I will teach things free in the summer here, okay? Invite your friends to this group. Let's have some fun, okay? I don't care how many people are going to throw money at me, pay for coaching, sign up for stuff. I don't care. I care about impact, okay? That's what I care about right now. I have a great group of coaching girls. I am blessed. I have a great group. Some of the gals are here right now. I have a great group, okay? I'm not doing this just to sell more shit. I'm doing this to help you, okay? That's all I got. It's Saturday. Oh my God, I talked forever. I love you guys. Have a great day. Mwah. I can't believe you sat here for all this crap. I love you guys. Bye.